Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, may I be seated, Judge?
Yes. Please state your full name for the record and spell your last name.
My name is Olivia Schmitz. My last name is spelled Schmitz.
Thank you, Mrs. Schmitz. Where are you currently enrolled at as a student and what program?
I'm enrolled at the Des Moines Area Community College. The program I am listed in is criminal justice.
How long have you been a student at this institution?
I have been enrolled as a student full-time at Des Moines Area Community College since the beginning of August of 2024. I was already taking a few classes before I committed full-time.
What was the time and date that you responded to the scene before us today?
The date I arrived at the scene was April 8th, 2026. I arrived to the scene later in the afternoon at approximately 3:40 p.m.
What is your role with this crime scene?
I am the reporting investigator for the crime scene.
Can you please describe to us what actions that were taken when you arrived at the crime scene?
Yes, when I arrived at the location of 1016 Tower Court, I had met with the responding officer, Mrs. Gallion. She had advised that there had been an alleged homicide within the residence. She began to describe to me that there was a victim inside the building with one stab wound straight to the chest. After I had spoke with the responding officer, I entered the location. Upon walking into the house, I had noticed right away the female victim laying face up on the couch with a wound to her chest.
Were there any photographs taken at this crime scene?
Yes, there were close-up, mid-range, and overall photos taken of this crime scene. The photos were uploaded to the court for record.
What is the purpose of taking such photos?
The purpose of taking the photos is to be able to show what the crime scene looked like accurately before moving any of the evidence or the victim. The photos give a better visual of the crime scene than the written document.
Was there any evidence that was seized and documented from the crime scene?
Yes, there was evidence seized.
Can you list the items that were taken as evidence?
Yes, the items were a long kitchen knife that had blood on it, indicating it could be the weapon used on the victim. 3 empty vodka bottles, size 11 men's shoe, a white hairbrush, 4 gold rings, and 4 drinking cups. One of those drinking cups of which had liquid still in it.
Were these items taken in for testing? If so, what testing were they being sent in for?
Yes, all items were sent to be tested. The kitchen knife was sent for a DNA analysis and fingerprint development. The alcohol bottles were sent in for a chemical identification, DNA analysis, and a fingerprint development. The men's shoe was sent in for a DNA analysis along with the 4 gold rings. The hairbrush was sent in for a DNA analysis and a fingerprint development. Lastly, the drinking cups were sent in for a DNA analysis, fingerprint development, and also a chemical identification test.
What were the purposes of these tests?
The purpose for all of these tests are simply to try to determine a suspect. The tests could also determine if there were more than one person present the night before. These tests are also to determine any substance that may be involved.
Were the sketches done of the scene of the crime or the victim's body?
Yes, I made sketches of both the scene as well as a body sketch.
Will you present the sketches to the record?
Yes. This is a overall sketch of the scene. You can take that. And then this is an overall body sketch of the victim. They're not to scale, but they do correctly represent where evidence was in the victim's body.
What is your overall call about what might have happened at the scene?
My conclusion is that the victim had multiple people over the night before. It might have been a small get-together to celebrate something or to just maybe hang out. There was no forced entry, so the suspect most likely was a part of the group that was already inside the residence. This was ruled as a homicide, with the weapon being a kitchen knife. The knife was used to stab the victim in her chest.
Thank you, Mrs. Schmitz. Judge, that is all I have for today.